Welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. Today's topic is how to recover when he abandons you. How to recover from that. Before we get started, I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all of the new viewers, all of the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, those of you who are new to the channel, I will answer your relationship questions. So at the end of the video, I'll show you a link where you can send in your questions, and I will either answer them privately through the email, or I will share them online with the collective, and it can be your decision. Now, those of you who are interested in these caps, they are available in my online store, and you find a link in the description. Now it's time for today's affirmation, and we do these affirmations to help with our spiritual growth. I am always safe. I am eternal. I will go on forever. From experience to experience. Let this sink in, people. I am always safe. I am eternal. I will go on forever. From experience to experience. People realize you are a spirit. You are energy. You are everlasting. I am always safe. I am eternal. I will go on forever. From experience to experience. Let this affirmation be a blessing to you today. Now it's time for movement. And we do the movements just to get our blood circulating. And today's movement, we're going to do a neck movement today. Sit up straight. We're just going to do this. Look to the side. Look to the side for 5 times. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now let's look the other way. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, how does that feel? How does that feel? Good. We do a little movement every day. It just makes you feel wonderful. Now let's dive into the message today. How to recover when he abandons you. I did pull a video. Let's watch the video and we'll have a letter. Then we'll read the letter and talk about this issue. Here we go.
See, when a man abandons and neglects his child for good, with no other reason other than he just doesn't feel like manning up and being a parent, that's traumatizing enough. For both mom and baby. And for him to never come back or call or visit, nothing, it's devastating. But there's another level of deadbeat that's even worse and harder to deal with and more traumatizing if you could believe it. And that's one that won't go away completely and pops in and out only when convenient for him. See, these deadbeats stick around just enough to continue to abuse their ex emotionally, verbally, psychologically, financially, legally, anything to continue to assert control and manipulation. So now, this single mom is not just stuck raising her kid all by herself with no help from him. She's forced to continue to deal with her abuser that she already escaped. She's forced to be lied on every single day, accused of being an unfit parent, dragged through the court system, all for retaliation, all while just trying to figure out life. In my opinion, If a man is going to walk away from his child, I pray he does it for good, for everyone involved.
Same way a man feels when he leaves you, it's the same way you should feel. The same way a man can get up and leave and don't look back because he loves himself, it's the same way you should feel. When a woman leaves a man, he ain't all crying for days. He's out the same night or the next day with his boys, hollering at another chick, bringing another chick home, lying and saying, I'm single, knowing he's still married and waiting on you to file a divorce. So y'all got to stop with that. Love yourself, and then everything will fall in place. I promise you.
Let's take a look at a few of the ways that men emasculate themselves as they go on to abandon their families. Reason number 1, selfishness and immaturity. He was focused on using women as recreational fun, but he didn't understand the responsibility that came along with opening his legs. As soon as shit hit the fan it did. Reason number 2, he wasn't a man to begin with. Even though he consumed tons of alpha male podcasts and went on the internet and said misogynistic things and talked about being a sole provider, he understood very little about how it actually played out in the real world. And whenever it came time to step up and lead the pack, he ran away like a scared little dog. Reason number 3, a loveless relationship. After spending countless and innumerable hours watching content from male pickup artists, he had been manipulated, brainwashed, and convinced without the shadow of a doubt that men with a high body count were seen as valuable members of society.
Okay, let's read this letter. I need to figure out ways to move on with my life after my ex abandoned me and my children. I've suffered different types of abuse from him, such as financial, mental, spiritual, physical, and just abuse, period. I stayed so long because I made mistakes and felt like I deserved whatever he did to me. You didn't. You didn't deserve it. Not at all. I know I can't go back to him, and I know I need to stay away. I just don't know how. Currently, he's in a relationship with someone he allowed to talk badly about our children, and that person is enjoying it and has told me they want me dead and has done witchcraft on me. I've experienced and saw messages between them and him, asking her to do witchcraft on me. I'm on my own with my kids, and I lack support. I'm depressed and don't know where else to go in my life at this point. I feel awful. I don't want to feel like this forever. I'm so used to pain, it's become normal, even though I know it's not normal. What can I do to suppress this and not care? I desperately want to move on with my life and take care of my children through this rough time. All right, now let's look at this. In your letter, you didn't say, were you married to this man or was he just a boyfriend? And these children, are they his children or just your children? You see, because in the letter you said he abandoned me and my children. You didn't say our children. All right. So he doesn't feel obligated to you or your children. If they're not his children, he doesn't feel obligated, especially if he didn't marry you. So from your letter, it just looks like the relationship broke up and he walked away. Now, on the other hand, if you were married to him, he does have an obligation to you and the children. But you didn't say that in the letter. I didn't get the tone in your letter that you were married to this man. From your letter, it just sounds like you two were together. Like I said, I don't know if these children are his. You didn't say that in the letter, you see. But then you say he's with someone else. All right, so it sounds like to me like your relationship just broke up and he's with someone else who talks about you and your children. And you say that you believe that he and this other person has put witchcraft on you. All right, so let's talk about you and your children, all right? Because no matter what other people are doing, what you want to do is make a good life for you and your children. And to do that, you need to be on a strong foundation. You need to know who you are. You need to know that you can handle your business without him or another man. The worst thing you can do is try to run out and find another man to fill in. That's the very worst you can do. What I suggest you do, work on yourself. Now you say that this man was abusive to you anyway, so you don't want him back. Not saying that he won't try to come back. He may try to come back if it doesn't work out with this other relationship, but you should never take him back. And I hope that you were not just with him for financial reasons. What I'm saying is, I hope that you did not need him financially to survive. Because if you did, then you're in a tough situation. You should never rely on a man for your livelihood, because he can pick up and walk away at any time and just leave you holding the bag. I don't know in the letter if you have your own income or not, but what I'm going to do is talk to you about yourself, how to build yourself up. Because if you do that, if you start building and working on yourself, everything else will fall into place. You need to start your spiritual awakening. You need to go inside yourself and find the answers. Find your own power. Your own power. You see, when you rely on a man to take care of you, support you, although the man is supposed to do it, but you don't want to be dependent on it. You don't want to be, you understand that you can't survive if he doesn't do it. Okay, there's a difference. You want to be able to take care of yourself if he doesn't do it. But if you are with a man, then yeah, it's his responsibility to provide for you. All right? But this man has abandoned you. So now you have to provide for yourself and your children. And you need to be strong for that. You need to start your meditations and ask for guidance. And do your meditations every day. Every day. It makes you stronger. And it will give you protection against any negativity coming your way. If you hop on your spiritual path, you will get protection. Doing your affirmations every day, as we do here on the channel, helps to reprogram the way you feel about yourself, which means that your reality would begin to change because you'll think differently about things. All right? Now, getting on your spiritual path and doing your meditations every day will strengthen your connection with the divine, with the universe, with the universal strength and power. And it will shield you from any negativity coming your way. So if you hop on your spiritual path, you won't have to worry about witchcraft or whatever they're doing to you, because you'll be protected. You will be protected by spirit. And no harm can come to you. You see? And the way to do that, for those of you who don't know, in the description, you'll go down, you'll find a link that says how to start your spiritual awakening. Watch that video. And underneath there is another link, All Things Spiritual 777. That's a sister site. On that site will help you to begin your guided meditations. Because a lot of people don't know where to start with meditations, you see. So there are some guided meditations. It's some frequencies that will help to raise your vibrations. And you need to spend some time on that site, just a little bit every day. It's just really to get you started on your spiritual journey. Give you a good, solid foundation. It's very important for you to work on yourself. To be happy. You want to recover. You have to recover through spirituality. To strengthen yourself. To work on yourself from within. Because once you have the strength from within and you love yourself, things in your life will begin to change for the better. Because you'll be putting out a different type of energy. This is what's so important and people don't understand it. See, we are energy beings. We're spiritual beings. And you put out the energy that you have inside of you. So if you have fear inside of you, you're putting out an energy of fear. If you have sadness inside of you, you're putting out an energy of sadness. You see? If you have love, confidence, and contentment inside of you, that's the energy you'll be putting out. What you put out into the universe is what you'll get back. All right? So in this time of your abandonment, you want to put out the energy of positive thinking, love, and happiness. You want to put that energy out so that energy will come back to you. You see, the more you worry, that's negative and it's low vibrational. So you'll get negative energy back into your life and you don't want that. You want positive energy. Getting on your spiritual path would turn that energy, start to turn that energy wheel around so that you would get more positive energy, more positive things to come into your life. And once you get on your spiritual path now, you can't be around negative people. As your life improves, these negative people will try to come back to you. And if you take them back, you find yourself right back in that negative energy and you have to begin again, all over again. You will have destroyed all the work that you've done in yourself by going back to someone negative. Right. And if a man abandons you, don't go back to him and give him a chance to do it again. Don't do that. If he abandons you, let it be done. And work on yourself. And take care of your children. But you got to work on yourself first. You work on yourself, you'll be a stronger individual and a positive influence on your children. So I hope that you understand. I hope you understand the message today. And work on yourself. And I want to recommend this book. I've recommended this book before, and I want to recommend it again. I think it's fitting, especially for those of you who may be suffering from abandonment issues. Here it is. The 4 Agreements. This is a absolutely wonderful book. And in this book, this author talks about the source of your self-limiting beliefs and how to overcome those to make your life better. So I recommend this book. It's a wonderful, wonderful book. When I first started my spiritual journey, this was a book that was given to me. And it really opened my eyes tremendously. I do recommend this book to you. If you go in the description, I've begun to list books that I have recommended on the channel. And this is one of the books that you will find in that list. And all the books on that list, you can get them right on Amazon. Just click on that link and it will take you right to Amazon where you can get this book. All right, so add this book to your library, and I know that you will find that it is really a blessing to you. When I received the book, it was such a blessing. I read it several times. It's not a long, it's an easy read. So people, add this book to your library, and I know that you would be happy that you did. Now, those of you who have questions that you would like for me to answer, here is the link. Send your questions to Miss Faye's World, YT, at hotmail.com. That's Miss Faye's World, YT, at hotmail.com. And try to keep your letters to one page. Just summarize your situation and ask the question. And if you prefer that I answer your question privately through the email, just put it at the very top of your letter, and I will comply. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. And thank you for your comments and your letters. And a special thank you to those that leave a donation. I appreciate you all so very much. And I really hope to see you next time.